Previously on Game Masters Guild, these disappearances are not the work of demons. The four of you, with my assistance, should have no issue saving these people.
Gigi, why is your thing helping us?
He's in it for himself.
I believe what you are hunting is a fairy or pixie or a goblin.
Would you say fae folk?
Yes,
Okay.
fae folk.
Barney, do you know anything about fae folk by any chance?
Possibly.
What's that supposed to mean?
He doesn't
mean-
want you to know.
I dabbled in the studies. I could take you guys back to my house, my big library of stuff. So whenever we go into the study, the first thing you're always going to notice, wall to wall, we are covered in books.
You managed to find a book pertaining to woodland creatures and myths. It seems that the section on how to summon Amdusius is missing. And as if on cue, as if sensing that something is the matter, Jeeves enters the room with a silver tray with cups of tea and like sugar and like all of the dressings of a nice fancy tea party.
Master, I apologize for the intrusion. I just felt that you very rarely have guests, and I thought that perhaps they would like some tea.
I see Jeeves and I smile. I was like, yeah, we'll have tea. You read my mind, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be resting. I thought I told you to rest from your incident.
I'm a workaholic, Master. I'm sorry.
Hey, Mr. Jeeves, do you have any chamomile?
Yes, I've included chamomile amongst the other teas here.
I will have that one.
Excellent.
Oh,
He
thank you.
He sets the tray down, and there's like a little box of assorted teas, with like a thing of hot water and everything. I wasn't sure what any of you would prefer, so I brought a selection. Help yourselves.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Jeeves. I do enjoy me a nice cup of chamomile.
Master, I know you've already given me time for R&R, but would you mind if I went out on the town?
I don't see a problem in it. I gave you the evening.
Thank you very much, Master. I will take my leave. Thank you.
And before he leaves, I pat him on the shoulder and like whisper in his ears, like, "Thank you. You helped me."
Why are you thanking me, Master?
They were asking very sensitive questions.
Oh, yes, I understand. I know how you hate questions.
Yes, thank you. Have a good evening.
Yes, thank you.
So, Jeeves leaves the room, and you can hear him just kind of like skittering off out the door. Door opens, closes, and then you can hear like a car engine start, and then just music bumping. Hey,
What is he listening
hey,
to? What is I need to know?
that is absolutely
You hear that?
bumping.
Funky down.
I just like, Barney's just like, I can't believe it. I just shake my head and I put the painting, like the little photo back up on the thing, and I just go back to try and looking at the books. Like, I don't understand why he likes this music.
And he just drives off.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, they've got he put some tea here. I know you will sometimes fancy a cup of tea. I'm gonna have one. You want me to make you one?
No, but Jim, we need to talk about this photo. We do.
What photo? Oh yeah, the photo.
The family guy.
Sorry,
family.
As you're picking out which teas you want and you're preparing your interrogation, you hear the sound of a car crash, a flash of white light, and silence.
Hey guys,
Something.
let's go check on Jeeves.
We need to. Yeah.
I bolt out of the house.
Mike's gone.
Yeah.
I'm
Mike's with
bolting out of
Barney.
the house.
I'm also following.
Yeah, and
you.
route.
Before, like, I'm ahead of them. I'm like,
So we're going to transition. You come upon the scene of the accident. Given that it was so close to the house, you you are startled to find Jeeves' car just smashed into a tree, as if it had veered off the road and just smashed into the first thing. Jeeves does not appear to be in the vehicle, however. It appears as though the car just went off the road on its own, and he is nowhere to be found. As well, the radio is no longer on, but the vehicle is still on.
Okay.
I'm gonna just look around, see if I can find anything he left or that was left behind on the vehicle.
Roll me plus sharp, please.
10.
Okay, hold 2. You can ask 2 questions from the list.
I'm gonna ask, what happened here?
Okay.
And what is being concealed here?
Okay, I'll start with what is being concealed here.
Okay.
Upon closer inspection of the vehicle, key still in, engine still running, despite the, tree. The radio is gone. The whole radio stereo system is just gone from the car, as if it were just disappeared from it. It appears that Jeeves left nothing behind aside from the car. But it does strike you as odd that the radio was definitely working when he left, but it seems as though there was never a radio installed in the car.
Okay.
And what happened here, you think back to when this happened, the flash of white light.
Mm-hmm.
You recall witness testimony from the different disappearances that have happened throughout the town mention a flash of white light before these people seemingly blinked out of existence. And to tie all that together, everybody roll me plus sharp.
10.
9.
I had an 8.
Okay. So, Jim, you, out of the corner of your eye, see what appears to be a small creature, no larger than a baseball, sort of sitting in a tree watching you all investigate. And when it realizes that you've noticed it, it flies out into the forest.
Guys, I do not want to alarm anybody, but I just saw what appeared to be a baseball-sized creature fly, watching us, and then when it noticed it saw me, it flew away. It flew away into the forest. I think that is something to do with what happened here. And with that flash of white light, I can only assume that it was a disappearance like what happened before.
So you see a light. Don't tell us till after it leaves, and now we don't know where to follow the light.
I didn't see a light. I saw the creature, and it flew straight into the forest right there.
We didn't follow the creature.
It flew away as soon as I noticed it, and I couldn't say anything fast enough. I mean, I can show you exactly where it flew. I saw where it went. We could just follow that direction.
Barney, do you have any cool trinkets you're good with partying with in your house? Like something we can carry easy.
The
answer is yes, because I will steal from you.
Aren't you? No, you can't steal from me.
That is the dopest thing that Mike has ever said.
Look, Barney, we need a trinket. We need something cool. My shop's on the other side of town.
Fine.
Give me a trinket.
I pat my pockets and I'm like, I got a wedding band.
All right. Mike takes the wedding band. You people want to go into the woods?
I'm always down for going into the woods. You know this.
We don't have another choice.
We've got to
Woods
get my
adventure.
butler
Woods
back.
adventure.
So you all head off in the direction of Lynch's Crossing State Park. Across the bridge, and you have two ways you could go about this. You could either go to the main trail, which is closer to where you are now, but you may encounter the marshal, or you could take the long way toward Jim's yurt and trek it through the forest the back way.
Okay, guys, I do want to point out, many of you think I'm a dummy. I do have a degree in forestry from the college. I saw what trees it flew towards. I know what they are. I've seen them before. I've studied them. If we want to just head back to the yurt, we can come in the back way and maybe we can still catch it.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
If I was a critter, I wouldn't hide on the main trail, so
Solid plan.
let's go the back way.
Back way it is.
To the yurt.
All right, so you all head toward the yurt. Along the way, you notice a handful of people are going to check out the car accident. Just onlookers who are like, "Oh man, another person just disappeared. How tragic." But you pay them no mind as you head toward Jim's yurt. Along the way, you notice, as it gets darker and darker, you start to notice the glowing eyes of barn owls. This isn't an odd occurrence in town. Barn owls are everywhere in Lynch's Crossing. They are, in fact, the town's landmark animal. But after knowing what you know from Big Al, sorry, and the craziness that's been going on, the owls seem to be just a bit eerier as you hunt this fairy pixie creature. But after a while, you turn down onto the dirt road headed towards Jim's yurt, and after a bumpy ride, you arrive.
All right, welcome to the yurt. That's not why we're here, but if you need any like water or anything, I've got some inside. I'm gonna go get me an energy drink real quick. I'm quite tired. Anybody want anything while I'm inside?
I'm good, thank you.
Fine. Thank you, though.
Mike just glares at Jim because he wants to work.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give me a quick energy drink. You can stop with your look. I'll be right back. Runs inside, grabs one from the fridge that's right by the door, comes right back outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what we need to do is the path over there, do not follow that. That leads back onto the main path. So we're going to take this kind of shortcut through the woods that me and the marshal made, and we'll go directly to those trees and kind of cut it off. The creature flew right into like the in the middle of the forest. There's kind of like a cedar grove. He flew right into there. So we'll just head straight for the grove there.
Okay, so you have a plan, you have a direction, you start heading that way. And I mean, what are you looking for necessarily? Like what?
I mean, Jim's just looking to get to the grove, sort of, because it's a little ways in, and it stretches the entire length of the forest. It's like a straight line, sort of, kind of crisscrossy, but straight line through. He's kind of heading just towards that. It's a little bit of a ways. Just kind of watching the tops of the trees, looking to see if he sees anything.
Okay. As you venture further in, you do see that the forest gets a little weirder the further in you get. You go from seeing your typical trees that you've come to know and love in Lynch's Crossing, the tons of beautiful pines and oaks and ferns that litter the forest, and the sounds of forest creatures. The trees seem to bend and twist. Their colors seem off. The needles on the pines seem to darken to a green, almost black. The flowers and natural foliage that litter the forest floor seem to change color from their traditional natural color to something just off. Roses, natural like woodland roses, seem to look almost pink, almost fluorescent pink. Things are off. Things are weird.
Can I read a bad situation?
You sure can.
Okay, so that's plus sharp, correct?
Yeah, roll me plus sharp.
That's a 6, but I also have the third eye where I can take in extra information. That's only on a +1 of 7 or more. Okay.
Yeah, that's only on a success. So that is a failure.
Okay.
You, in all of your studies at Craven State, they didn't teach you this. They didn't teach you what's going on here.
Okay.
So mark experience for that. Because you rolled a 6, so you do gain experience from your failure. But yeah, you don't understand what's going on in the forest.
Okay.
Is it visible on your face that you're confused? Or are you hiding it?
It's visible because he's about. So noticing this, I'm sure all of you can see this weirdness. You can teach me any of this in college. I've never seen anything like this, and I've lived in these woods pretty much all my life. This has never happened before, and I do not know like what to think of this. But the only thing I can imagine is it has to do something with what we're experiencing in town. But I have no clue what. I have no clue how.
So you've never seen anything like this before?
No. In fact, when I walked this path the other day, it was perfectly normal. All the trees were straight like normally, or they looked normal. All the colors were normal, nothing pink or dark green. It was all.
If you were on this path recently, I think the critters are spreading because this is the 8th disappearance at this point.
The Feywild.
The Feywild. I don't ask how I know that.
Here, critter.
Earlier, when we were talking in the pump and go, Deuce mentioned Fey folk.
Yeah.
So I can only assume that Fey folk come from whatever the Feywild is, or are related in some sorts.
That would be an assumption.
Gigi, the Feywild is another world. It is where the Fey come from.
The Feywild isn't it's a where, Jim. It's not
So
here.
wait. This is not the forest. We're not in the forest anymore.
Not exactly.
Okay. So what do you mean not exactly?
This isn't the normal forest. It's a different world entirely.
How did it get here?
That I don't know.
Because this was not here a couple days ago.
No, you told me that just a few minutes ago. You were here 2-3 days ago, but
Yeah. Where did it come from?
great question.
This forest, it belongs to the Fey now.
It's not the same forest anymore. He said they claimed it. It's theirs now.
They claimed it?
They claimed it.
Deuce kind of recedes to the back of your mind, and after a beat, he comes back.
Gigi,
Hmm.
What do you know about magic?
Very little. I think our friend would be able to help us more.
Ask.
Mike, how can you help us with knowing about magic shit?
Well, I've got a lot of experience of dealing with it and not working with it.
So, Mike, I'm going to say you know of the Feywild. In your work with the Bureau, you may not have encountered any Fey in field missions, but you've certainly read enough about the Feywild to know that it's a realm between realms. It's not like heaven or hell where like the celestials and the demons reside. The Feywild can just appear places. Typically, you need to go there. There's usually a gateway or a door or something that you have to enter to get there. But sometimes you could just be wandering in the forest and you're just there now. And there's a telltale sign to know whether or not you've entered the Feywild beyond just the foliage is weird. If you were to turn around and walk back the way you came, you can't. So, do with that what you will.
Okay. I need you guys to listen up. Barney, look me in my eyes.
Okay.
Be nice. Be polite. We're gonna have to deal with this, but we have to be right. We have to be professional. Because if you mess up, it's all our heads. All right?
If we're messing with what I think we're messing with, you got my support 100%.
Don't, any of you, don't eat anything. Jim, do not eat anything.
Listen, I'm good. I won't eat anything.
Okay.
I filled up at the pump and go. That's why I brought my energy drink. It's already gone though. I drank it all.
So from my understanding, the Fae are interconnected with the wild that they are a part of, that they come with, that is here now, that we are in. So these
Can we not just turn around and leave?
No. We can't leave unless they let us.
So what you're saying is we have
leave.
to.
We have to find them, and we have to find the missing people. So stay close, everybody. Be polite, and let's go save some people.
So even though we're somewhere else, we're not in the forest, the same forest anymore. It looks the same. Like the paths look the same. I think I can get us to whereabouts the cedar grove is, where that thing was flying through. The trees may look a little different, but the path is still kind of here.
Well, Jim, lead the way, but everybody watch your steps and keep an eye out. These things can be really small and really don't want to step on one by accident.
And so you do. You continue your journey deeper into what you now know as the Feywild. And as you do, things continue to distort. They get weirder. The smell of the forest transitions into this sickeningly sweet smell, almost like maple syrup mixed with cherry candy. Just this odd assortment of scents and sights and smells as you get deeper and deeper and closer to where you know the cedar grove is. And as you do, the forest seems to come alive. Not just in the sense that like you can hear creatures running around in the trees and along the forest floor, but it seems to ebb and flow. Trees seem to move on their own. Plants seem to breathe you hear what sounds like a hummingbird flying right above you as you hear a voice.
Be very quiet.
What?
Shh. Don't make a sound. How did you get here?
Great question.
Look, we're not trying to cause trouble, okay? We just wandered in here, but we want a bargain.
You need to leave. It's not safe here.
We know.
I want my butler back.
You want those who were taken?
Yeah, we want them all, but I really want my butler.
We're willing to trade.
I will tell you this as a favor. My mom is not the type to bargain. You are not safe here.
Well, to pay back the favor that you just gave us, I'll say we'll turn around right now if you leave.
It's not up to me. Mother made us a home here.
What does she want with the people? Why are you taking them?
I think it's revenge or something. She found us a home. Away from the people that took our home from us. And when she realized that there were humans here, we did our best to coexist. But the noise, she hates the noise. So she just started making it go away.
Can Jim do another read a bad situation?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, gosh. It's a 6 again.
Go ahead and mark experience. What were you trying to do?
I was trying to read whether we read around, while they're talking, kind of look around us, make sure we're not in any danger.
Yeah, you are still just so confused. You're more wrapped up in the fact that the forest is so incredibly different from the way it's supposed to be that you don't really notice. You don't have your sense at the moment. You're not really prepared if something goes wrong.
Okay.
I want to try and manipulate someone. I want to try and get the fairy or whatever he is to trust us more.
Okay, roll me plus charm.
7.
Okay, so that's a mixed success. On a mixed success, manipulate someone. I believe they kind of agree with what you want, but you have to do something for them or something or other, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have to do something for this critter, and you also have to tell them, you have to give them a reason why and tell them what you want them to do. But on a 7 to 9, you have to do something for them.
So describe what you're trying to do.
So I look at the little creature or however big it is, and I'm like, what's your name? I feel bad we haven't formally got introduced. I'm Barney. This is the others. Who are you?
Arnie. That's a fun name. The others is an odd name. Are you all the others?
Yes.
They're all the others.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
the minor issue in this situation. I want to be your friend.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna be stuck here and really can't make an option to leave yet, we should at least get to know each other.
Can we have your name?
A name is a powerful thing, human. The others, whatever your name is, for you to give your name so willingly, you must know that.
I've been around a while. I understand the importance of a name.
Yes. Fun name.
Has no ties, so it's easy to pass around.
Okay.
And the creature sort of it brings itself into view. And for the first time definitively, you all lay your eyes on a pixie. Hello, everyone. This is Draven Gibson, your storyteller. I'm going to take a quick break here away from our show to thank you all so much for listening. We are 4 episodes in now. I apologize for episode 4 taking a little longer to upload. We had a power outage that led to a huge loss of data. We lost at least a week's worth of editing to get episodes 4 and 5 up on time. So they have been delayed. I apologize for that. But episode 4 is up now, which is great. And episode 5 should be up within the next couple of days. That way we can kind of catch up on the time that we've lost. We're going to take this time now to talk about our sponsors and supporters of the show. And then we can get you back to the regularly scheduled programming. So what that Pixie's about. As always, Pioneer Media and the Pioneer Podcast Network would not be possible without the support of Glenville State University. Glenville State University is a small, public, liberal arts college located in the heart of West Virginia with a wide variety of programs from criminal justice to nursing to STEM, music, art, you name it. Glenville State probably has a program for it. If you're a high school student in the local West Virginia area that's looking for what school might be right for you, or you're a non-traditional student that's just interested in getting back to school, Glenville State University is the place to be. If you're interested in taking the right steps to pioneer your future, head over to glenville.edu. That's GLENVILLE.edu to learn more. This show is also graciously supported by our friends at Cardboard Coliseum. Cardboard Coliseum is a friendly local game store located in Sutton, West Virginia. And let me tell you, this place puts the friendly in friendly local game store. The owner is an incredible guy. The people that frequent the shop are wonderful. And regardless of what games you happen to be interested in, whether that's Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon TCG, you're likely to find a place at a table somewhere in there with someone willing to play. If you're in the greater Braxton County area and Cardboard Coliseum sounds like a place you might be interested in, check them out on Facebook at Cardboard Coliseum or visit the store at 203 2nd Street, Sutton, West Virginia. That's Cardboard Coliseum at 203 2nd Street, Sutton, West Virginia. As a frequent patron of the shop, it is super cool that Joe, the owner, was willing to put his support in us, and we are forever thankful for that. Joe, if you're listening, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. No comments to read for this week, but I do want to mention we've hit over 100 listens on our platforms, which is super cool. I want to thank you all so much for supporting our show. I know that it's really early on, and we have a lot more to show you. Looking forward at what we've recorded thus far, we have at least 10 more episodes ready to publish. It's been a huge undertaking for all of us, and I know I speak for the entirety of the cast when I say thank you for supporting us. We hope that the show lives up to your expectations. And if you are enjoying the show, share it around. Regardless of what platform you're listening on now, we publish our episodes on YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Audible, Spotify, and we're adding more platforms as often as we can. So if you know somebody or think you might know somebody that would be interested in our show, or you're willing to just throw the link out there in the ether on whatever social media platform you happen to frequent, it would mean the world to us. But regardless, if you're listening to this, thank you so much for listening. It really means a lot. And yeah, we hope that you enjoy what we have to share with you in the future. But that's enough for me. Let's get back to this crazy pixie hunt that's going on. An impossibly small creature about the size of a butterfly, but with a fully formed human body, but not quite. Almost insectoid in appearance. The pixie seems to have antennae and large bug eyes, but a tiny human nose and mouth. They appear to be male, and judging by the conversation thus far, they are the child of whoever has been causing this disappearance.
We're nice. If you give us your name, we can communicate better.
I whisper over to Michael's like, give me the ring I gave you. Give me it.
Okay. Mike gives the ring to Barney.
I hold up like this gold wedding band that has like, it's just the plate of gold. I will give you this shiny as a show of trust. And you tell us our name and help us find a way out of here.
That is a nice ring.
Oh.
It's a bit presumptuous that you think I would be interested in that, but that is very nice.
I mean, it costs a pretty penny.
It has a lot of sentimental value too, a lot of emotional weight.
Oh, why didn't you say that first?
I thought you'd want
we don't want a way out of here. We want our friends back. We want our people back, and then we will happily get out of your hair.
I will make you a deal. I will help you get our friends back if you can fix my mom.
What's wrong with her?
She wasn't always this angry. My name is Chime.
Are you telling us, or can we have it?
I'm telling you. My name is Chime. My mom named me Chime because her favorite sound in the world is the sound of chimes in the wind. She used to love music and sound. But after we moved here, after we were forced to leave our home, something changed her.
Even I can't speak to her. The thought of
the chime she loved. I'm nothing but noise to her now.
We'll help you, little buddy. We got it.
Chime, you have a deal. We'll help your mom.
Thank you. I will show you where our home is.
And Chime sort of flutters into the air and starts to fly in the direction of their home.
So while we're walking, I'd like to talk to the group. Guys, how are we gonna fix this pixie queen?
I don't know. I mean, mommy issues are kind of rough.
Okay, so Cutwood Crafts, it's my shop. Barney, you should go. You should spend a lot of money. Gigi, I'm not going to pressure you. You're a college student. I do not blame you.
Appreciate it.
But hey, Barney.
Maybe I'd have to take a look.
Well, I've been working on this tubing project. It's really hard to carve wood into tubes, but I'm thinking giant wooden chimes. Not only does it fit with the aesthetic because it's not metal, but also it's just cool.
Mike.
Jim.
Why are you peddling your wares instead of us talking about how we're going to fix the problem?
Well, if we give her something to listen to besides human noise, maybe she'll be less of a, bitch.
Maybe we need to look at this at more of a soul kind of thing. Maybe there's something wrong with her physically or spiritually or in the mind or anything like that. So maybe we should wait until we see her before we give her things that make more noise.
I'm worried if we see her, she'll trap us like the rest of the humans she's got.
It's probably better to have an offering. Kind of with Mike on
That's
this one.
why I had the ring, and then you gave it away.
I got another. There's
how many rings do you have, Barney, on your person right now?
I start counting the fingers on my hands. 11. And then I have my wedding band, and then I have this diamond ring.
Barney's just dripped the out. just drippy as hell.
Hey, Barney. When we get done with all of this, I have been looking for a ring. You think we could strike up something?
Yeah, man. I got quite a few. I mean, I even have more at home. Okay. I change them out for how I'm feeling.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll make a deal on something.
What kind of rings you got? I mean, are they all metal? Do you have one of those like cheap mood rings?
I do. I thought those were kind of interesting.
Do you have any iron rings?
Dude, we're messing with fairies. What do you think I put on before we left?
Mind tossing one over here?
No, they're mine.
Okay. Wow. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Whenever the time comes really down to it, and I feel we're all in danger, I have one special for each one of you.
Mike just whips out his big knife and just flashes it at Barney before putting it back.
I was gonna share.
By the way, on the character sheet, it is quite literally labeled big knife.
Yeah.
Knife.
I got a
Hey,
big knife.
I have a big knife too. You're not special.
You got a 38? Sorry, we're getting off topic.
This is our playful banter as we follow Chime.
Yeah.
Boys, you're fighting again. Please quit it.
He started it.
You head in the direction of the pixie settlement. And as you do, the Fey distortion seems to get more and more odd. And the closer you get, you start to notice the hollows in the trees and the shape of the limbs start to morph and change into what appear to be tiny homes. Crude at first, and then the deeper in you get, you see really intricate looking miniature homes with thatched roofs and what appears to be stucco on the exterior walls, and really, honestly, if they were full size, nice looking places. But you just continue to see these beautiful tree houses that appear to have occupants that are now looking down at you. Tons of tiny little fairy faces.
These fairies live better than I do. I should have hired them to build my house.
We just got out of your mansion, Barney. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, look at that house. Would you?
I
if it
live in a
was-
basement.
That's your issue. Look at that house. I mean, I have the resources and the money. I could pay these fairies.
Shh.
We're making way too much sound.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
You need to be careful.
Sorry, John.
Don't apologize, guys. Don't apologize. Don't say thank you. Offer your names. I know.
Listen. Listen to the forest.
And as you do, you start to tune into a sort of dull hum that at first is just kind of a low frequency. It's like white noise almost. But as you start to tune into it, you realize that it's literally a hum. Several voices all humming in a low tone in unison. A sort of lulling tone.
My brothers and sisters. They make this noise to calm our mother.
All the time, so it never stops.
Yes.
Got it.
So, how did you get out of making the sound?
I'm typically not allowed in the settlement.
Why?
If my mother finds out that there are chimes in the settlement, she will go into a rage.
Okay, so maybe don't bring the wooden wind chimes.
I told you that was a bad idea.
Maybe you should just quiet down for a second and let this poor chime speak.
If you want to infiltrate further, I suggest you imitate my siblings.
How exactly does one do that?
You listen, and then you hum.
Mike looks around. He looks at all the fairies. takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, and walks forward, humming.
I follow in suit because that
GG will
seems pretty
follow.
smart.
And as you notice that at first you can't seem to get your voice to match the pitch of the hum in unison, but as if through magic your voice adjusts. Your voices seem to blend into the sound of the forest, and you are among the living cacophony of sound that seems to make you blend into the forest. And you continue to walk in the direction that Chime leads you. And after a while, you come upon a warped, distorted stump. Unlike every other forest in the grove, or every other tree in the grove, this stump is rotted, fetid, and warped. The wood of the structure gray and bent in horrible directions, like spikes almost. And the remaining rotted limbs left over on this tree stump seem to bend inward into this sort of tumbleweed looking bramble. And in the center of the bramble, in the sort of like dark whole center of the bramble, you see a pixie. You recognize, Jim, the pixie that was watching you from the tree. It sits there on this fetid, carved wooden throne, and it seems to be asleep, but its eyes are wide open, and it's sort of staring blankly forward. And it doesn't notice you as you continue to hum. And surrounding it at the base of the stump, you notice what appear to be straw dolls, about 9 of them, all bearing similar features to how the disappearance, the people that have disappeared were described to look before they disappeared. Reinforcing that, littering the surroundings of the tree stump, you see a red bicycle and a clown costume and a few bottles of liquor, half drunk, tons of trinkets surrounding this tree in a pile. And Chime flutters down in front of the 4 of you, and without breaking the hum, gestures their head up toward the stump and the bramble hollow within, as if to say without saying, there she is. And again, without saying anything, they fly up and out of the settlement.
So I'm going to say Mike's still humming, just constant humming. I'm just going to be talking about action. So he's looking around. He's specifically studying the dolls, their placement, and what's around them. And I'd like to investigate a mystery.
Okay, go right ahead.
9. Wait, hang on. Is it sharp?
Yeah, plus sharp.
9.
Okay, you hold 1.
Where's the paper? What happened here?
So, with your experience in working with magical creatures, you know that pixies tend to do kind of things they find funny in revenge. So, if you were to guess, the pixie, the the mother pixie, thinking of what is the least loud thing I could turn these humans into. Turn them into straw dolls.
I'd like to look around at my group, do the military double finger point to the dolls, point back to me, and then point back to the dolls as I am silently communicating that I want to go pick these dolls up and take them.
I'm gonna read a bad situation. We're gonna try one time.
Okay.
6 again. Dang it.
Mark experience.
Do I still read the on a miss thing though?
Yeah, on a miss. What happens?
On a miss, you may still get 1 hold, but you're exposed to supernatural danger. Unfiltered, hidden reality is rough on the mind.
Okay, so you're using your third eye then.
Yes, I am using my third eye.
Hold 1.
Do I still mark experience?
You still mark experience, but you get to hold 1. It's just that there are consequences.
I'm going to... are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
So as you, using your clairvoyant magic, sort of tap into the area, you realize that the straw dolls appear to be attached to something, as if the tree has wrapped itself around them. And as you start to tap into that latent forest magic, you feel a tingle on your spine, as if the magic notices you, as if the primal Bay magical force is aware of your presence here. And when that happens, when you feel that chill and you realize that the forest is as aware of you as you are of it, all of you feel something wrap around your ankles, and you hear the voice of the mother pixie. You do not belong here.